President Paul Kagame in Brussels, where he was attending the 6th EU-AU summit in Brussels. The two-day meeting brings together leaders from both institutions, heads of state and government, and representatives from respective member states for talks on building greater prosperity. This Thursday afternoon, President Paul Kagame attended the roundtable discussion on peace, security and governance, where leaders are discussing the need for a new approach towards addressing security challenges and achieving sustainable peace. In his remarks, President Paul Kagame noted that good politics and governance are like a healthy human body. Where governance is compromised, it is like having a weak immune system, which is vulnerable to all kinds of opportunistic infections or attacks. The head of state also noted that there is no way to build sustainable peace and security, both within and between the two continents, without putting governance at the center. President Paul Kagame observed that there is need for new thinking and new templates for joint action on counter-terrorism and peace support operations. President Paul Kagame pointed out that no amount of troops or funding can create sustainable peace. He said that leaders must simultaneously address the shortfalls in governance, which are the root cause of insecurity. He also said that parties want a relationship between the European Union and the African Union that is meaningful and produces concrete results. Earlier in the day, President Paul Kagame met with King Philip of Belgium at the Royal Palace and the Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis ahead of the EU-AU summit.
And still on President Paul Kagame's foreign engagements, Presidential Press Secretary Stephanie Nyombaire spoke to RBA about the details of President Paul Kagame's ongoing engagements.
President Kagame began his trip with a short one-day visit to Doha, Qatar, where he met with the Emir, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad. They had great cordial discussions about the bilateral relation that is ongoing between our two countries, and they discussed issues of mutual global interest with everything that's happening around the world, many of which they agree upon. From Doha, he continued on to Germany, where he met with the Minister-President of Rhineland-Palatinate, a state in Germany with which Rwanda has had a very special relationship for the last 40 years. We've had partnerships in the health sector, where doctors from Rwanda are still able to come and train in Rhineland-Palatinate, in the education sector, where many students are pursuing their education in Germany and able to bring the skills that they have learned back to Rwanda. The partnership has been ongoing for 40 years, and this year is the celebration of those 40 years and the accomplishment that has been made through that partnership.
She also spoke to us on how the collaboration between BioNTech and Africa will transform healthcare in Rwanda and Africa. Take a look.
The event that President Kagame attended today was a historical event where there was a launch and an unveiling of the BioNTech, which is a technology that will enable vaccine manufacturing to expand beyond anything we have ever seen before. The BioNTech is a container that contains the same equipment and technology used in the BioNTech factory in Marburg, but this time the container will be able to be used and shipped to be used in various countries in Africa. Rwanda plans to start manufacturing vaccines later this year, and the vaccine container that will be used to manufacture those vaccines will be arriving in Rwanda later this year as well. The development of the BioNTech is a game changer for access to vaccine. It means that countries that thought that vaccine manufacturing was a long way off now can see the ability to manufacture vaccine locally. The partnership that BioNTech is having with Rwanda, as well as Senegal and Ghana, is an example of what is possible with technology and working with companies around the world to enable vaccine equity. The development of the BioNTech is also a development that will have impact far beyond COVID-19. The mRNA technology has the ability and the potential to be able to be used to manufacture vaccine for diseases that have afflicted the continent for the past decades, including HIV, malaria, tuberculosis. So all of those diseases, if we're able to manufacture a vaccine within Africa, can ensure that those vaccines are distributed to the population that need it the most. The advantage of the BioNTech technology is that it will also allow for true transfer of technology and knowledge to the African continent. Though in the first phases, BioNTech will be having its engineers in the various locations, including Rwanda, where they will set up the BioNTech. Overall goal is to transfer that knowledge and that ability to Africans who will be able to then be able to manufacture within those facilities.